Coming up today, Johny's baby mama's identity is uncovered. Manon reveals whether she and Anthony have split after they both threatened divorce at the tell-all. Lisa admits her true plans to marry Daniel and stay in Nigeria. And Jasmine is back. Gino's polarizing ex announces her return to TLC. Hello, my fellow 90 Day Fiancé fans. I have so much to share with you today. We have updates on the Other Way Tell-All fallout, a mid-season addition to the Before the 90 Days cast that I am very excited about, and there is also a brand new extended The Single Life trailer that just dropped. I am going to show it to you. So let's dive right in and check the receipts on what we saw last night on The Other Way Tell-All Part 2.
So I am expecting a child.
It's confirmed Johny has a baby on the way. The entire cast was shocked, jaws on the floor, Chloe included, but not us, because I showed you all last week the photo of Johny allegedly at his baby shower with the baby mama. So Johny did confirm the news at the tell-all, also sharing that this is a baby girl who is due in March. And Johny dropped another surprise by revealing that he is actually in a relationship with this woman. I, of course, found her online. The baby mama's name is Emily Melissa. She lives in Aruba, and check out this Instagram bio. She is proudly rocking a Bible verse right there, and she's keeping her bio private for the time being. They did a really good job of keeping this all under wraps. It was clear to me from Chloe's reaction when she heard the big news that she was truly shocked. She had no idea that Johny had a baby on the way, and Chloe actually confirmed that in an interview that dropped this morning. In case you missed the way it all played out on the Tell-All Part 2, Johny actually shot his last shot at Chloe, and it almost sounded like he was asking her to give it another try, and then he revealed that no, he is most likely getting married to the mother of his child. That would be Emily. Emily, good luck with that. So you heard it here first that Johny had a baby on the way last week already. I also mentioned that there were reports online that he had as many as 6 children out there in the world, and there have not been any details, any confirmations that Johny has any more than just this one bun in the oven. But if you did notice, he was asked that by one of the cast members last night on the show, and there was so much going on in that moment, it was hard to tell whether Johny refused to answer that question or whether he just didn't hear it. You know, he was at the tell-all virtually. So still no reports on that, but I guess congratulations are in order. But is Johny getting any of those after the way that he has acted on TV the last several weeks? He is still trying to defend himself online, and he is also still disrespecting Chloe, going so far as to repost a meme calling her a lot lizard and adding for only 20K, implying that Chloe is for sale. More gross misogynistic posts from him. He really loved to see Chloe get rattled last night at the news. She played it cool at first, but when she finally broke down bawling, crying, Johny had almost sort of a sick smile on his face. He loved getting this rise out of Chloe for sure. Chloe was devastated by this news, but what is up with her and Luke, Madeleine's husband, who had no problem immediately running across the stage to go over and console Chloe when she began to cry? That's all after last week complimenting her, defending her, and asking her to go out after the tell-all. We did get some resolution on that this week as Luke's non-legal wife, yes, that's right, their big, beautiful ceremony was not official. Madeleine insisted that she was done with Luke after what played out last night on the tell-all regarding their finances and his friend Brian. So I guess Luke is free to pursue whoever he wants. Greta, and Chloe confirmed on camera that they were gonna go out and hit the town after filming that night. These two are following each other, so what is really going on between Chloe and Luke? And is her loser radar like that broken beyond repair? I am wondering if Luke and Chloe are just doing all this to keep us fans talking. Check this out. Luke just posted a very cozy looking photo of him and Chloe hanging out, and then he bragged about how much engagement that post earned him. Oh, okay, is that why you're doing all this, Luke? Is it just for show? Is it just to keep all of us fans talking? Well, Chloe is leading in too after calling some fan-generated AI photos of them all coupled up out of hand. Chloe then also reposted the photo of her and Luke together, and get this, she added 5 heart emojis right next to Luke's dumb face. Besides the two of them being attractive, I do not understand what there even would be between Chloe and Luke. Neither one of them are what they said they were looking for in a partner. Luke has no money. Like, nothing in either of their situations have changed. that would make them a good partner to anybody. So I hope that they are really just playing with us and taking advantage of all this extra engagement. Or do you guys think that Luke and Chloe would really make a good couple? Considering the new season of The Single Life with Pedro and Sophie, perhaps we are going to start seeing more of the former 90-dayers hooking up with each other, but I really don't think that Chloe and Luke are going to be the ones to make it last, and I will certainly keep you all updated. Moving on, fans definitely say they have seen enough of Chloe and Luke's co-star Manon, who left the tell-all, stormed out, tore off her dress just to come back immediately and then storm out once again with her husband and leaving all of these questions hanging in the air about their future together. But considering the big walkout moment and then leaving early, it's like, who do these two think they are, Lauren and Alexi? No, we needed more answers. We needed more out of them. And of course, TLC, when all the cast is on camera like this and the cast is saying, this is getting to be too much for me, man. Manon talks a lot about anxiety and being overwhelmed with it. TLC cannot say, no, you're going to sit there and honor your contract and stay here and react to the other people's stories. Now that it's not about you, you still have to care. You still have to sit here and you still have to tell us where this relationship is going. But all we got at the tell-all out of these two was, again, just like every single episode what we watched play out. Manon threatens divorce, then Anthony threatens divorce, and then Manon acts like that's the worst thing anyone could ever say, how dare you, and then they decide to just sort of let it go and move on and be good. That is exactly what we saw in the final moments of their story playing out, and I want to know what is going on today, right now in real time. Manon is in Los Angeles, while she says that Anthony and their son are in France still. Manon has been in LA for a couple of weeks, and she is apparently keeping in touch with her son through FaceTime. But the big question here is, does that mean that they are separated? Are Manon and Anthony getting divorced? Well, here is her very defiant answer.
I'm sorry to disappoint you again, but no. Oh.
What? Really? I just simply thought that they're spending this time apart, and the way that they left the tell-all just meant that they were definitely headed for Splitsville. But that's not the case at all. Manon is in fact feeling very sentimental about her marriage, so much so that she shared these wedding pics with us and even a little bit of a behind-the-scenes details that we didn't know before. So Manon says her and Anthony eloped to Vegas in February 2021 amidst the whole COVID thing. They got hitched there, just the two of them. And then about a year later, Manon and Anthony had a ceremony with the family included. He's all dressed up and she looks beautiful as well. I know most fans say that they have seen enough of Manon, but I just thought that you all would like to see those photos of the two of them in happier times. And I just really don't think that TLC is finished with them. They have caused such a splash. Manon is so polarizing that I'm certain they will be appearing on another spinoff in the future. But with them being apart right now, it would certainly seem that they aren't currently filming. I'll keep my eye out and let you all know if I see anything else. We said goodbye for now to the cast of The Other Way, but before the 90 days is only halfway through the season, which is continuing to be more jaw-dropping every week. And I want to add some context to what you watched on the latest episode and tell you what's coming up, which you'll have to wait for. Before the 90 days will not air this week because of the American Super Bowl. I know, no one consulted me either. I would rather just have it on. This is the show that never quits, right? There is never a break in seasons, and they hardly ever skip a week. But Before the 90 days will return on February 15th, and huge news, I'm super excited to finally share. Elise is coming. I was beginning to wonder after the initial press release went out for this season, and it included Hunt for Love star Elise and her new boyfriend Joshua, who were reportedly going to be meeting for the first time on camera. He is from the land down under. I followed her social media very closely. I could tell you the timing of when all that happened. But then we hadn't seen any previews for Elise and Joshua until this week. On the mid-season preview, we saw them for 1 sec and hear Elise saying, "I don't want my man living with another girl." Woo! It sounds like so much drama, and she brings it so hard. I cannot wait to see Elise on Before the 90 Days. Finally. But let's get to what we did see this week on the show. Big bombs dropped, starting with Laura and Birkan, and the fact that he finally revealed to her that gambling is his source of income. We all had probably a huge reaction to him basically saying that gambling is his job. Laura, on the other hand, didn't respond very big on the episode. I was really wondering what was going through her head, and they ended on a little bit of a cliffhanger, but she is spilling it all online, where she was asked about people who gamble for a living, and she said, if it's legal, responsible, and they're honest about it, I don't see the issue. Everyone earns a living differently. Earning a living means you work and you get paid a certain hourly rate, and then you get that money no matter what. Gambling as a living does not seem to be legal, responsible, or honest. To me, that's just my opinion. Laura had more fans questioning her about why she didn't know these things about Birkan and whether she was asking him these questions when they were apart. She says, I did, but there were a lot of holes in his story I couldn't understand. I couldn't tell if he was lying or if it was a language barrier. Some things are just easier to discuss in person. Laura is so easygoing about this. It's almost like she doesn't really care about Birkan and wasn't really planning a future with him anyway. It's almost as if she was just doing this to make her friend Michael jealous. Oh yeah, did you forget about him? Michael definitely is still coming to Turkey, and that will be airing in this second half of Before the 90 Days season that is about to roll out, not this week, but next week. Meanwhile, we are all waiting for Lisa's house of lies to just crumble to the ground, like the number one lie that she would not marry Daniel on this trip to Nigeria. But listen to what Lisa says in this video I uncovered from last summer.
Don't do the K-1 visa. It makes no sense. Last time Trump was in office, the K-1 visas were thrown away because of the ban, but the marriage visas got pushed through. A K-1 visa, you come in, you still need a work visa once you get married, and then you need your green card visa. And you're constantly going on interviews, and you're constantly proving that your relationship is real. A spousal visa shows that you are committed. It takes a few months longer, not much, than the K-1 visa, and you come in ready to work and ready to be on citizenship.
So according to Lisa, make things easy on yourself and just get married and do a spousal visa instead of the K-1. But there's more. Lisa ended her video with this strong message.
Get this, Trump. We Americans, if we fall in love with somebody in another country and you ban that country, we're going to marry them and we're going to live in their country for a year. And we're going to bring them back to America if that's where we choose to live.
Does this mean that Lisa intends to stay in Nigeria for a year after marrying Daniel and then come back together to the United States? There has been no talk of that. She has promised everyone that she is not going to marry him. And in the mid-season preview, Daniel actually starts to question all of her stories, i.e. her lies. So what are her true intentions and how is this gonna play out? We will have to see. The preview for the next episode is that she will reach out to the other American woman that Daniel was talking to before her. And she says she does hear back from this woman as they argue about it. And spoiler alert, she's in her full wig. So we know how that big reveal, Daniel's displeasure at her short hair, apparently she is just going to bite the bullet and continue to wear the wig. That's probably the only thing that has me feeling sympathetic for Lisa. So Before the 90 Days is keeping us guessing, and now that the Other Way season has come to a close, The Single Life is on deck. I am so excited that the OGs are back, and TLC just dropped an extended trailer.
Vanya, can I just...
No, just don't talk to me. My last 2 years have just been one dating disaster after another.
I just feel like I was 100% played a fool.
I should be jaded at this point, but I'm still here, ready for love.
And in your past, I should be on my knees saying, thank you, you brought me to America. Oh my gosh, should I kiss your feet?
I was in like a nightmare of a relationship. I was like living in hell. After everything that I've been through, I want some young, beautiful, single ladies, baby. Woo!
We're just not good together.
I think that's pretty much it then, huh?
I was in a toxic relationship for so long, I feel like I almost forgot how to have fun.
Girls trip!
Girls trip!
Woo! What are you guys most excited for?
The men. What happened in Dominican Republic stay in Dominican Republic.
Oh, I gotta go. You guys remember B, right? I have plans to hook up right now.
A booty call.
A booty call.
Sexy.
Nearly every relationship I've been in has ended because I've cheated or lied or both. I hope things could be different with Courtney.
I'm sorry, I feel like you're using her.
Using her.
Yes.
I've been talking to this guy. His name is Pedro. Yeah, that Pedro from Chantel and Pedro.
Pedro's bad, baby. I want my wife, I want the house, I want the kid. And I hope that special someone can be Sophie.
Maybe dating isn't something you should be stressing too hard about. You have a lot of other things going on.
I've been carrying a really big secret for about 30 years. I wish I would have just handled this whole situation better, but now
I wish you did too.
I've been living a lie.
This has happened to me so many times in the past. A guy starts out one way, then it turns out they were just hiding their real personality. So is this who you are?
Why are you so involved with your brother's love life?
No, I am just here, concerned about him, and asking you about it.
But don't get hostile because I don't know you.
Cannot do me like that.
You guys have a weird relationship.
No.
Okay, bye.
Yeah,
Trust me, I was very respectful.
yeah. Okay, whatever.
And this is why he will be single forever.
Damn.
More Sophie and Pedro stuff. That's more footage, more dates than we've seen before. And yes, the woman you see Sophie arguing with there in the trailer is Pedro's sister Nicole, who we've seen a ton of before. You know, she didn't like Chantel either, but she is definitely rocking a new look these days. She has grown up a lot since we first met her, and she always mixes things up hard. So wasn't expecting to see her on The Single Life, but we will. Meanwhile, Kimberly, Usman's ex, is revealing that she has this 30-year-old secret. My immediate reaction was like, how old is Jamal? He seems pretty concerned about this secret in the trailer, and when I Googled a little bit his age, etc., the secret could have something to do with Jamal. That's my guess. I wonder what you all's predictions are. We also saw some more of the exes in this trailer. I'm talking Gino and Rob, and so I'm wondering if we are going to get some extra footage of the breakups that we hadn't maybe seen before. You know, there was a lot that went on between Gino and Jasmine, and I just will suck up any tiny little detail to try to fill in the timeline and to help us understand what's going on with her now, since she is such a liar and a clickbaiter, that I will just take whatever I can get from even Gino on The Single Life. All of their exes are going to be orbiting in the 90-day universe once again because they're doing a Between the Sheets for The Single Life, so that's going to air right afterward. It's an hour long, and what TLC says that'll be is not just the cast on the show sitting down and watching their dates back. It'll also be their family, their friends, and their exes weighing in on their new single life. So that definitely means I'm thinking that we will probably see Rob, Big Ed, unfortunately, because Liz is part of the cast as well, and Jasmine. Even if Gino's ex does not pop up on Between the Sheets, she will be appearing on TLC once again very soon. This is confirmed and official. She announced it herself. Jasmine revealed she and Matt will be appearing on the upcoming episodes of Pillow Talk. That's the one that is covering Before the 90 Days, which Jasmine says is her favorite spin-off of the entire franchise, and she cannot wait to share her thoughts with us. Oh, Jasmine, may I also request that you share something genuine, authentic, and true online so that we know what's going on in your life? If you're wondering what she's been up to since Happily Ever After went off the air, Jazzy is still pulling the same clickbait BS. She added after the slide where she talked about Pillow Talk that she was trying to tag Matt, but she completely forgot that she blocked him, and then says, oh, wait 24 more hours to unblock him. I do appreciate Jasmine's on-screen antics, like rubbing her panties on the luggage, yeah. And I know that she is gonna get fans' attention on Pillow Talk and will really have us all talking about her. But I do need to know from all of you, how much do you care about Jasmine's real life? Do you wanna know what the status is of her and Matt's relationship? Are you following Matilda as she grows up? What I'm asking is, do you want me to keep up with Jasmine and report back to you all so that you don't have to keep up with her? Or are you all like totally over Jazzy? Please leave a comment below and let me know. I am so interested to hear your thoughts on The Other Way Tell All Part 2, the big finale. I love sitting down with you guys every week for 90 Day Fiancé Unfiltered. I appreciate that you all are open to the new format and that I'm trying some new things. I appreciate the feedback on that too. I am always just trying to give you the juiciest scoop in the shortest amount of time. So flexible format we've got working on here too, and maybe flexible air dates with next week with before the 90 days not being on. And then I think when the Single Life premieres next Monday, there is going to be a lot of chaos that ensues. And perhaps there are going to be some lies that need to be uncovered and some timelines that need to be put together. So that might take a little more time. 90 Day Fiancé Unfiltered might drop next Wednesday to maximize the juiciness on the Single Life premiere, which again, I am very excited for. If you follow at 90 Day Fiancé Pod on Instagram, that's where you'll know as soon as any new episodes or breaking news hits. And the podcast is also available. You can get that wherever you get your podcast. But I think you'd enjoy 90 Day Fiancé Unfiltered the most if you watch on YouTube. That's where you get to see all the receipts that I'm mentioning, photos, videos, and everything that you need to know from the week. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And I will see you again next week for more 90 Day fun. Have a good one.